Bazinga. Qué pelo le están dando a Dallas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will commence streaming.
Woo! Welcome back to Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots Wrestling's Entertainment Champions. Who killed WCW? Why is Dolph Ziggler not taken seriously? And AEW's losing some staffers. We got Battleground coming. We got Forbidden Doors coming. But more importantly, we got the bad guys coming. That's right. Tell them what to do, ladies and gentlemen. Because we out here. JP, Mischief, Villain. We back at it, gentlemen. What's up? What's up?
Yo, dime a ver. What's good?
Follow us on all our platforms, ladies and gentlemen. We out here. Heels, Pops, Chair Shops, YouTube, Instagram, at HPC Bad Guys,
That's
Twitter,
right. TikTok,
X.
X,
and in case
MySpace,
ladies and gentlemen,
Black Planet.
Even on this platform
Mi
right
gente.
here, where Don decided to
that one.
shout out, his comment on.
Is that Dominic Dirty Dom in the back?
That was Dirty Dom on the comments. I don't know about the back.
No,
Hey.
in the Scully, you didn't see him?
Oh, I didn't see him. Hold
In
up.
the back. He's in the back.
Oh.
That's the Dirty Dom.
That was not, but that was close.
Listen. I don't care what nobody says, right? Dirty Dom is living his best life.
Oh man.
Dirty
Is he
Dom
not?
has something that is precious. He has something that is so precious, especially in the industry.
Wait, just one?
And I'm not talking about Liv Morgan yet. I'm talking about he got
Okay.
heat. He got heat, right?
Yo,
He still
no
can't
nice
talk on the
thing,
mic.
bro.
He still
Nah,
cannot
what's
talk on the
that?
mic. Not only that, but he also has mommy. You know what I'm saying? Who's the leader of the Judgment Day and is currently out. Not only that, but he also got married, right?
Yes.
But
yes.
that wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough for Dom. No.
It wasn't enough. Now he has the burden.
I
The
just
burden falls upon him to have Elmwood Park's own Liv Morgan seducing him,
shout outs to Elmwood Park.
touching him,
Shout outs to Liv. Shout outs to Liv
liking
and
all
Dom.
of his posts on Instagram.
Yo, all of the likes, all the posts. Oh man,
You
it's
got
bad.
it.
He
You got it bad.
You got it bad.
You like all his posts on
Yes.
Instagram, and
Oh,
you looking
no.
all crazy.
I forget who said it. Somebody was saying it this week, but I think it was Eric Bischoff, maybe. Liv looked like a star, bro. She shined.
Yes. Yeah, you guys
honestly-
covered it. Y'all was covering it last week. How Liv was just doing remarkable things.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
this happened this week. We thought she was doing this last week. This
She turned up the volume.
Listen, if it was 6 o'clock and went straight to midnight this week,
Yo, it got rated late.
yo, I caught that moment where Dom couldn't like stop looking. Like,
Yeah.
Can't blame the man.
yeah, man. Yeah,
Oh, man.
Originator himself, ladies of
Exactly.
America.
And I appreciate the
But
fans
listen-
still hating him and not letting him talk,
Oh, for sure. For sure. You gotta
even
keep it
though
going.
they still hate.
But
Liv
this
too.
is something to hate him more about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's another layer of hate.
And kudos to Dom for demonstrating what men, committed men should really be doing out there.
What is that?
Oh, when
Not blocking like
he
Finn
was-
Balor.
Right. What was that about?
Oh, poor
What
Finn.
is-
He's
come
just
on,
looking out
Finn.
for his team.
Really though?
Looking out
Balor
for the
is-
well-being of Judgment Day.
So you already know. Make sure to take Finn Balor to your bachelor party. So
Hey,
make sure
Dom could be having a worse day. They could be all having a worse day.
You don't.
I mean,
Finn Balor's
AEW
sorry about
having a worse day. At least as of June 3rd, AEW releasing or removing mentions of a few people here. I have reason to believe they may be landing elsewhere. What you think about them going other places, guys? That's not him.
That's just that's just the process of elimination, right?
Yeah.
Bills guys still get paid. Careers got to keep
Lo
going.
Vile.
Unless your name is Joey Ryan, I mean, you can do a lot of things. But
Wow.
you already have Paige Van Sant. She had a fight last on the 27th of May. Memorial
Did she
Day
get her
weekend.
ass kicked?
Nah, she won. She won. It was a boxing exhibition. It was sponsored by Prime, by the way, on the Zone.
Oh, okay. Prime. Is she a Prime athlete or is she just?
I don't know, man. All I know is Prime is out here caking, bro.
Yo,
not only is the villain,
a list of a bunch of them stars. They got athletes.
It's crazy. Not only is the villain in debt to Prime at this point, because the little villain.
For real.
Yo, think about it. They're the first advertisement that the WWE puts on its ring.
That's
and it's happening all the time now. And they have the displays and like, yo, it's crazy. Kudos to Logan Paul for his business acumen is really, really not being respected right now because the man's making money on all ends.
That's the truth.
So much so he wanted to make even more money and fight his brother when Mike Tyson got sick.
So they never happened to fight because he got sick?
Well, the fight's supposed to be happening. They're postponing it.
Oh, they're postponing. Okay.
That's the right thing to do. Mike Tyson can't fight.
100%.
We gotta watch it in full.
But my money's still on Mike, even with an ulcer, bro. My money's still on Mike. I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, we know better than to go against Mike Tyson.
Listen.
We have bills that we have pay-per-views bought already.
Jake Paul, listen, he's done more than I have, right? He's in the ring out there fighting, right? And at the end of the day, the people he's fighting for, most of them were at some point professional fighters. So, but we're talking about Mike Tyson, bro.
Mike Tyson is different. Mike Tyson is a different beast. But it's
also
also
talking about
life.
Generational talent.
We're also talking about different life.
Yo, you ever wrestled like abuelito or some shit? You know what I'm saying? He gives you his hand and won't let go.
It's too hard.
Like, yo, hold on.
T's too hard, bro.
Let go of my hand. Yo,
what about Ready to Rumble?
Slap him.
Like, don't get
DiMartino.
bang you up, but I wasn't expecting this.
What about a Ready to Rumble? That dude, this is supposed to be like too hard.
Sam Mandino. Sam
Mandini.
Wanna wrestle?
Ah!
Yeah, it's over for them. It was over for Sid quick.
That's what Jake Paul's about to encounter. But it don't matter because Jake Paul's doing, once again, I said this before, he's doing what all of us, the question we've all had when we had a couple drinks. Would you get in a fight with Mike Tyson if they paid you this purse?
Yup.
And he about to get paid that purse.
Somebody wrote that down and got that on tape. That's what happened. That's
why
we're here right now.
Nah, Jake Paul's the only one's like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I'm saying?
Shit. I'm Jake Paul stepping into that ring saying, I just trained to survive for like 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Right.
Like
2 minutes at a time, right? Like every round. Like,
listen. You rarely hear people talk shit about Mike Tyson. There's a reason. Buster Douglas, one of the only people to have beaten Mike Tyson, and he don't even talk shit because of the things he's done to people. Orbital bones popping out
in and out of the ring. The point is, right, that
damn.
Mike Tyson is an absolute monster. So
Who
don't
loves
get it
pigeons?
twisted. That strength is ingrained in his bones. That left hook is still left hooking.
Yeah.
Right.
He would drop your stupid ass.
I mean, look what he did to Roy Jones,
a violent
bro.
punch. Look
what he did to Roy Jones.
Mike Tyson's whole career, don't get it fucked up. Mike Tyson's whole career wasn't about like going about business for 12 rounds.
Nah.
Right?
Get out.
Seconds.
Don't let like the new age Mayweather or even like Tyson Fury slog outs or whatever. Like don't. The point is to kill you in like 3 rounds or less.
Right.
Yes.
And the times, and in the 90s, the times he did it is because there was syphilis and gonorrhea. I mean, like there was reasons why.
I'm telling you, multiple reasons.
Don't brew it in the building.
This man needed Jesus. This man needed a church, and maybe let alone he must have needed maybe a Messiah in his life.
Is that why he bit Holyfield?
Maybe. Can you imagine? Maybe we would have avoided such a conflict, and maybe we would have gotten main event if that would have happened.
All right, I don't know where you went with that, but yo, the Messiah. Like, wait, how long was this run for Seth Rollins? Because I don't know. I don't remember too well.
I'm telling you right now, it was during the majority of it. I remember it being the pandemic.
It was the pandemic. Okay.
Joe Bruin is the legend out here. So
that's. So what he transitioned from that to.
So it looks like Elias had pitched this idea of being the Messiah of WWE, and he says he follows that kind of stuff, and he enjoys doing the for lack of better terms, they gave it to the biblical term themes and stuff like that. He likes to say those things, so he has an idea of what he wanted to do, but they gave it to Seth Rollins. But I don't remember him being with AOP for some reason.
Yeah, that's the piece I'm a little confused about. Chad, talk about it. If you remember Seth Rollins being guarded, surrounded by AOP.
I'll tell you what. I remember the theme. The theme was fire. Yeah.
Well,
that makes sense.
He was short-lived.
That makes sense.
Hurt. Yeah, he was out for mad long, and then
he had to get Buddy Matthews.
Okay.
I think
he got Buddy Matthews. Yes, and then they ran with that for a bit. Right. And I remember the theme. The theme was dope. The music was hot.
And it makes sense if you're talking about who was supposed to take the whose spot was supposed to be? Elias would have been Elijah.
He would have been Elijah, the Messiah.
Going with the Bible theme, right? A biblical name. Yo, Elias, you didn't hear what happened to Brett? Sometimes you're gonna pitch shit and somebody's gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful. I mean, the ladder match was somebody else's idea, Sean. The same.
That wasn't your ladder.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's the gift and the curse, right? Of being someone that pitches an idea is like, yo, but that's the same anywhere, right? Anytime an idea leaves your lips, it is up for interpretation and reappropriation. That's just
talk about it.
So
did he say procreation?
Look, and hey, however you produce value, right? If you're sitting in the back and you're like, yo, I could pump out gimmicks for motherfuckers, you will have a lengthy career.
This is fair.
You'll have a
lengthy career and value. I love those words. You know who shows value? Nick Nemeth. He shows a lot of value in NJPW. My God, wherever this guy came from, I'm sure they miss him a lot, and he must have showed hella value there because Nick Nemeth is a godsend. God bless.
Yeah, well, the value was in the rib, really, is what it came. For Nick Nemeth, apparently the rib was that Pat Patterson was so down for Nick Nemeth that everyone was like, word? Watch him take this out! Watch him take this out!
I did not think
take another one. He is the most losingest good wrestler ever. And that was just a joke.
That's crazy.
I mean, listen. When you're out here with aspirations to become a comedian, you're asking for it. Like, I thought you thought he was funny. That's fucked up, bro. Like, really?
But
you playing with somebody's career as a rib, and not only that, but you're talking about a man that people are behind. We're behind. Is respected in the ring. I mean, you talk about longevity. The man's barely been hurt. Always performing, always selling for everybody. Had one of the loudest pops in an event in a cash-in ever. And this is how a rib? Pat Patterson died a long time ago. Why are we still ribbing him? Let him rest in peace.
Well, it's not like it happened yesterday. Vince was the one that pulled him aside and told him this shit.
So just last year, that wasn't part of it?
So yeah, maybe.
Everything you said
maybe
was occurring till the end of his contract.
No, yeah, it was from the beginning. And then how do you tell Vince McMahon, the owner, okay, haha, it's funny, but all right, but like, can we get back to the program and not fuck with my career? Like, when does
I guess you're right.
When does the joke end?
Yeah, you know what, Nick? You're right. Here, take this out of Otis.
Right. So that makes me wonder then, right? They're like, who did he smash? Like, who was the unforbidden fruit that Nick Nemeth did the helicopter on? Because this is the reason. I mean, he's a pretty boy. It makes sense. Was it Steph? Because if this was happening even without Vince.
What kind of fucking allegations are you just lofting out there?
I'm just saying,
recklessly, haphazardly.
I didn't say Macho Man.
I was waiting for that one.
Allegedly.
These are, of course, allegedly. I'm just saying, when you get fucked that bad, bro, like, it feels like revenge. It
I
feels like
still
somebody's
don't
taking it
know
out on you,
where
right?
Yeah.
this is going.
So I don't know. Like, what did he do? Who did he rub the wrong way, or didn't he rub the right way?
Who is he
It's just
not
it's
rubbing?
just it just didn't make for honestly as a fan of Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. It has not made sense to me why it didn't go to more, especially considering how long he's been there for. Another name to look at in the same degree is Kofi Kingston, bro.
Kofi.
What are we doing?
What do you mean? Why?
I'm just saying, like, he's been with the. Of course, he's part of a tag team that's been phenomenal.
Oh,
He
okay.
was one of the first, black champions. But even that, the way he lost it to Brock sneezing on him, and then what has he done after that?
You know how Brock feels about specific champions.
Specific champions?
Pacific champions. He ends their reigns.
Is it
The Lashley's,
Wall or
the Kofis?
Right.
Who else? Yeah.
It seems like he has there's a theme going on there, right?
Yeah. Thank God he's not in AEW right now. Swerve.
It's crazy because Jericho's the one with the hat. You know what I mean? With the hood. Sorry. and to be fair, he did play a Clans member in a movie.
That's crazy.
Jericho.
Yo,
you
going back to Joe's comment, right? Joe said Vince ain't the owner of shit anymore. And he's right. Did you hear that? Like, they won't even let him at HQ. He's banned.
Oh, I hear that.
Yeah, he's banned from headquarters.
Vince McMahon is not allowed.
I mean, this is what happens, You're good until you're not good, right? Everybody's gonna have your back until they can't. At some point in time, you've done too far that your hands are gonna be back. Everybody's going, "It's Brutus." I mean, look at what Diddy's going through right now.
Yo, you wild right now.
That?
That's crazy.
Who's that guy?
What do you mean?
Who the fuck is that guy?
You either die a hero, live long enough to be a villain, is what you just said.
Right, 100%, 100%.
That's crazy. You said that's about Vince right now.
I mean, am I reaching here? Am I
The problem
wrong?
is Vince reaching, not you, really.
And Vince did all the reaching.
That's the thing. Is that this will have come out one way or another, right? He was still trash. It's just whether we knew it or not.
Right.
So,
and it's just the burden of trying to understand it all, all the successful company that he made and all that, all the good things that he did. For what? Like, it's like
overcompensating for something,
man.
huh?
Sell that shit.
I think it's real good for the arc of justice, if you will, right?
Ooh,
like
the arc of justice. Okay, right. Batman.
So
go catch the diddler.
I'm Batman. So I think it's really good for the arc of justice.
Just
Vince, go ahead.
Just on Elijah's Messiah angle, the arc of justice sounds like a finisher.
It'll work for him. He'll make it work.
Justice. I believe that was Boss Man's finisher on Big Show's dad. But talk about a finisher. It was a finish him. No,
it was a finish him.
The arc of justice, right? Ben's righteous, right? What we see is that Vince built the most powerful wrestling company in the world, a global phenomenon, like one of the biggest empires, so much intellectual property, so much positivity in many ways.
2 nights of SummerSlam.
No doubt that like there's a lot of negativity in the history, right? Like we're not gonna deny that. There's the February jokes and like who the champion's gonna be and all this. Like we know that WWE will forever be marred in dirt and scandal. However, the arc of justice is that Vince sold his soul for all of it. Right. He sold his soul. He did the shittiest shit that one can do to get that empire built. And now he can't even step into its headquarters. He is not mentioned in their video games and in their media. He is no longer allowed to be associated with the thing he sold his soul to get. That is justice to me. Right. That's like, oh, word this. Then this is taking the most important thing that you ever had in your life,
right? All those sleepless nights, everything he built.
He built. He sold his family.
But to be fair, right? The caveat to that is One, he initiated and solicited the purchasing of everything that's happening now because he saw the light at the end of the what is it? The candle at the end of the road and shit, right? He saw the light at the end of the fucking road. He saw what was gonna happen, and still to this day, his family's still benefiting from it. He's not allowed to be there, but it's almost like a retirement for him. Because unless he gets locked up, unless he gets, pays settlement, like what's the point? But this is just another reminder of hubris leading to your downfall. That's just what it comes down to.
We got words today, baby.
I spelled that.
What's
You know what I'm saying?
I know humor too.
It's hubris is a privilege. And it's crazy because usually it's Caucasian, right? And in Diddy's case, that's not the case, but it also has to do with not just the color of your skin. It's about power. It's about your positionality.
The positionality.
And these men and the egos being bigger than their Empire State Building. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes even 34 counts don't tell you nothing. Sometimes you think you're untouchable. This is the reality of some people's minds in this world.
Some people gonna run for president.
Make no mistake about it. The large majority of people make bad decisions. Let's just leave it at that. Jesus, the fact that that's even a possibility.
Again.
That's why.
Again.
Can we
vote for yourself, but you could be president?
Can we relook this Hall of Fame again? This WWE Hall of Fame? Can we start there?
Wait, that's the question. Besides that, is this
Joe Brewing? We need a wrestler with a finishing move called the 34 counts. Yeah, the WWE Hall of Famer. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
There's a Hall of Famer that'll use it.
None of those moves count.
Oh no!
So you say Hall of Fame? Is Vince ever gonna be in the Hall of Fame?
It would. You know what it would take
anytime soon for him to die.
I don't even know if that's.
Yeah, how many years post Vince's death will it take for him to get into the Hall of
15
Fame?
to 20 years, I think.
You cannot tell me. Let me not say nothing.
It may have to be post Stephanie and Triple H, to be honest.
I think that they would do it. I think they would, but it would take some time. It would definitely be post-mortem. It would. Joe Brewing. Does prison have a Hall of Fame induction ceremony?
He's a shoo-in. First ballot. First ballot Hall of Famer.
But I do think that Vince will be. And I think it will be something along the lines of like, wow, he wasn't a perfect man.
Right.
His contribution to wrestling is unmatched, and everything that he's done has propelled wrestling as a universe, as a profession, as an entertainment forward. Right, WrestleMania wouldn't be if it wasn't for him.
Right,
the millions and billions of dollars generated by this company wouldn't be because of him. AEW wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. None of it stuff. But to be honest,
would exist if it wasn't for him.
I think he's so big that like even if
not if you ask Bret Hart.
He's the only person I think doesn't need to be in the Hall of Fame for any kind of justification that everybody knows already. And if he's out of the Hall of Fame, it's not. People know why already. So it's not like I think people will be understanding of that. It's like Vince doesn't need the Hall of Fame for people to acknowledge what he's done.
Yeah, you forget who he was.
Right.
No, Vince needs it, of course, but his legacy doesn't need it.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
And no, it doesn't, and yes, it does. Right? Like, does it need it? Like, Vince will be synonymous with wrestling forever. Like, that is your point. So he doesn't in that sense.
Right.
However, anybody that knew anything about Vince, titles matter, right? Like, those things matter.
Yeah.
Being a Hall of Famer matters. And that's why he was fiercely protective of what he did about that. And that's why Drew Carey is a Hall of Famer. But I digress. My point is,
amongst others.
amongst others. Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. You're sitting there, you're like, is he? Yes, that's who I mean.
Yeah.
But
That's an emo.
but for Vince, because Vince is who he was or who he is, his family will honor that part of his legacy, I think.
Yeah.
Because who is it right now? It's Triple H. Triple H doesn't. Between Triple H and Stephanie and Shane, I'm sure they can all get the company back under control, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that they can all kind of fucking move things in a way where, like, McMahon is a name in WWE again. What's gonna happen to all that money when Vince dies?
That part.
That money's gonna come back to his kids and grandkids.
Right.
Grandkids, preferably, I think, for him.
The big rumor was that Shane McMahon's oldest son, I believe, I want to say his name is Dylan, but I don't know if that's
The
true.
one that's playing in North Carolina?
That one, I think is that one.
Mhm.
That he was supposed to be like the favorite to take on,
Yeah.
like he was skipping Shane and going straight to his kid.
Like being groomed type.
Makes
sort of
sense.
for that. Yeah.
So-
Groomed is a strong word.
So that is a very strong word in this.
groomed for the business.
But all of that,
Groomed for the business is a strong phrase.
one person's trash is another man's pleasure.
We're
One
gonna
man-
go.
One man's hamburger is another man's steak. You know what I mean? Like, and many mistakes. But
Mistake.
I can see if another McMahon ever comes back into power, like a grandson or something,
Mhm.
Oh.
they could make it. That I think
Okay.
they would consider making that work because that's granddad. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's
But also, let's not forget, though, right? We're talking about Triple H and Steph right now, pretty much sitting at the top, and they got 3 daughters, and the eldest daughter too is out here.
it ain't Game of Thrones, motherfucker. Like we
And
just
the
It
Rock's
is,
daughter's
though.
out here too.
But it is though. It is Game of Thrones, bro.
This is
It's
all you
Succession.
need. It's gonna be.
It's Succession, bro. That's exactly what it is.
And you know what you
Bro,
need?
bro,
If you're in
and-
Game of Thrones, you know what you
A
need?
dragon.
In
Nah.
a dragon. But if you can't get a dragon in real life, the
An
next
indictment.
best thing, insurance, right?
Oh, okay.
okay.
Jey Uso, Money in the Bank, ladder match.
Shorty, what you
he
drank?
gets himself a briefcase, and then now you could be in Game of Thrones. Now you could be in
Okay.
Game of Thrones. You got a briefcase.
Jey Uso winning the Money in the Bank. I like it. I like it a lot. Reason why I like it is because,
you and Dave-
we've had.
you and Theo Dave too.
That's right. Ese mi tío.
Is that
Primo mano.
It's a mid-
Jay's a name that's been synonymous with victories and big moments for the last few pay-per-views. Every time, Elimination Chamber, King of the Ring, like even Royal Rumble to a certain extent, his name was being thrown around, right?
Right.
So, and he's pushed Gunther. He's up against Damian Priest right now. Like, he's been in the main event picture. Main event Jey Uso.
Main event, Jey.
What better way, especially since they haven't given it to him, to give him an opportunity with the Money in the Bank, going wholesale, right? Make him work for it. He gonna cash in. He gonna yeet and cash in. He gonna yeet and cash in. You know what I mean? The question is, who does he cash in on?
The yeeting, I think, is the problem. Let's not.
He gonna yeet.
He gonna eat it.
He ain't gonna cash in on Cody.
Nah, I don't think Cody, because he's a face.
So it'd be Damian Priest, right?
Priest would be nice.
And I can dig it. I can dig it.
Main event Jay needs main event
Things.
caliber like things. If you're not gonna give him a title, you need a gimmick, right? And this is a gimmick. You know,
Right.
being the El Señor Money in the Bank, like is a gimmick. Like that is
Right.
something you can carry with you as a threat, as whatever. Like it makes him legitimate.
Right.
Whether or not he's
It's your
fighting.
ticket. It's your golden ticket, Bobby.
So
Yeah.
I would like to see him winning. I think it's a no-brainer to put him in the top 2, no matter what happens.
JJ, what up?
JJ in the building. Get your donuts. Let's go.
Wepa Indianapolis going down.
Hey.
What my question is, if it's not Jey Uso, then who?
Who?
Ricochet?
Gunther is a name.
Man.
I mean,
Right.
the King of the Ring?
He got
Right.
the King of the Ring. He got SummerSlam.
But the
Getting
King of
shot.
the Ring is
He's
one
already guaranteed
accolade.
the title, right?
Yeah.
That's one accolade.
So you gonna double dip?
Hell yeah. I think he needs. Remember, he was if not the winner, then he won't be in it. He won't be in it, right?
I don't think so because he's gonna fight.
Yeah, I don't think he's probably gonna be in it at all.
But if he's gonna double dip, right? If that's the idea, if you're gonna double dip, the only reason I would see that happening is to legitimize him enough to go up against Cody.
Okay.
Right? That's King of the Ring, and I want Money in the Bank. I need the main title, right? Like that's the conversation at that point. So I don't think Gunther, because he doesn't need it right now. He's already legit, and he's the you know what I mean, the King of the Ring.
Joe Brewing likes the women wrestling.
An execution panel. Wow.
Yo,
I'm with it.
Alexa
Who's
Bliss
pulling
coming back?
the lever?
I'm excited about Uncle Howdy, man. Like
every week
one,
is a new
there's
code.
one at least.
Yo,
Have
tell
you
me.
been following with the codes? Keeping up with
Yeah. So they had like a screenshot of like a Raw Talk. I thought they were gonna come out on Raw Talk. Look, I think that wrestling needs this. It needs the Uncle Howdies, the Undertakers, the creepy Crawley. Like
creepy
House
crawlers.
of Black ain't that really, right? Like we got the thing I didn't like about Edge and the House of Black, right, is that you blew your load on shitting on their gimmick. And now, like, what are they? If they got outdone, like, what are they? If your strength is being like these spooky badasses, like you just got out spooky badass, you got out spooky.
You got out spooky badass.
Yeah, like yo, Gangrel came back and spit in your face, dog. Like
old
yeah,
Gangrel. You know how old that blood is?
Spit it. Might be new. He might have upgraded. But
I heard he recycles that shit.
I hear it's Boogeyman's mashed up worms.
Those are actual worms, bro. That man has a stomach, bro. It's crazy. Missing front teeth.
Wife.
Wow. He made some money with that gimmick, I'll tell you that much.
But my point is like but look at House of Black. They're not a real, like, what are they? Are they spooky to you? Are they how scary is getting fucked up every day?
Listen, my only qualm with House of Black is that they're called House of Black and there's not one black person in the house.
It's not one.
That's my problem with the situation.
Other than that,
but I will say,
we need
when it comes to WWE right now, then besides Uncle Howie, it would be the Final Testament that you have the closest to something of the sorts. Even though they haven't done anything mysticism wise, but there's the biblical aspect
or
to it.
supernatural,
right?
Like Malachi Black was supernatural, right? Like there was the Julia Hart thing, there was the Black.
Is it because Selena Vega or?
Yo, why? Like, why do you do that?
Because she's from Queens, bro.
What's that got to do with anything?
Puerto
Literally,
Rican, Bobby. Isn't the Puerto Rican parade this weekend?
that's the most
Come on now.
This weekend?
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I think it is.
You think I would know working in the Bronx? Listen, all I know is I work in the Bronx and I see mad cars with Puerto Rican flags. And it's not one flag, it's not two flags, it's not three flags, it's about seven. I saw even her interior had Puerto Rican flags in it.
Yeah,
the headrest on her seat has a flag on it. The steering wheel, the hood, the rims. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Puerto Rico.
That's the energy right there. We never in the house. We outside. We definitely gonna be outside this weekend. Shout out to everybody.
I'm definitely outside this week. I got mad little kid parties. Birthday after birthday.
Birthday
after what it is to be a dad.
It's busy.
Now,
it's busy. Summertime, you already know. It gets hot, and when it gets hot, people start wilding, and people start thinking and saying things that you know.
You know what's wilding though?
You know
what's wilding though, Vic the Villain?
Who?
What's wilding is the whooping that Boston Celtics right now giving Dallas, bro.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not looking good. It's the first game, and they're already getting landslided. Make sure you go to foco.com to get your exclusively licensed merch. Make sure you get the Celtics. WNBA is blowing up right now. Make sure to get your jerseys, your hats, your fitteds, your socks, your shorts.
Get the socks.
Wait, you talking about officially licensed merch? You're talking about really like the NBA, WNBA, MLB, NCAA,
all those scripted things,
NFL,
and
WWE bobbleheads.
WWE.
Be a great time to put up that picture.
I don't have it on the phone.
Oh, okay. All right.
It would be a good time. But the best you're gonna get is use promo code HEEL10, HEEL10, and that is our gift to you, suckers. Get your officially licensed merch at Foco.com.
Mavs in five.
Wait a minute. So JJ, you say Mavs in 5. So does that mean you already conceded loss today?
That's it.
Is that what's happening?
Hey, don't be loco.
Shop at loco.
Come on, JJ, come on.
Don't be loco. Don't like loco.
Foco you, Foco me.
You know what it is? She was talking about our next guy that we're gonna cover here, and it's the guy we were talking about last, Dave Meltzer, Theo Meltzer, again at it, talking about the Intercontinental Championship and Chad Gable, and saying that the chance to win the Intercontinental Championship here at Clash of Castle could be a determining factor as to whether or not he signs, or I guess resigns with WWE going forward. And to this I say, cállate la maldita boca, maldito coño, tú no sabes hablar, eh. Uncle Meltzer se pasa, man. Like, I bet you money it has nothing to do with the Intercontinental Championship. And I feel like Chad Gable's already, if he's not decided to resign or whatnot, already has plans on what he's going to do and has no bearing on what the result is.
Well, for me, the conversation is, does Chad Gable deserve to get the Continental title?
Yeah, why not?
And I feel, yeah. I mean, because listen, is Sami Zayn doing anything with it? Is it benefiting him in any way right now? Not really, right? Because Sami Zayn is so over, he doesn't need the title. I feel, right? So the Intercontinental title, once again, we look at the lineage of what the title represented, right? And these are the talent that you see in the future in the main event picture. To hold that title, to show the company, to show the universe of wrestling how they will be handling, carrying the title. That's why Gunther right now, we're talking about him. He's the king of the ring, right? He is in the main event picture. He was the previous Intercontinental champion, one of the best in history. So Chad Gable, honestly, right now on the roster, probably one of the best in-ring technicians that they have. Not only so much that, but he's also his persona as far as he's coaching people. I mean, look at the things he's done with Otis. Look at what Maxine, how everybody booing her because she was green, and she's still relevant right now.
I like how they flipped that. Because now everybody forgot that she's green, and now they're just sad for her because of what Gable's...
They got sympathy because Gable turned villain. So, I think it's a perfect opportunity. And especially if it happens in Europe, because if it's a mistake, then you just switch it off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Next Monday Night Raw, bam, he loses. You know
I feel the whole purpose of putting the strap on Zayn instead of him to begin with. Because remember, it was him versus Zayn, I think, or whatever. That was in the running and shit. The whole purpose was to turn him and to have him heel and have everybody hate him and run this course. I just think it's a coincidence his contract's up. And then, of course, the timing is perfect. Now let's renegotiate. Let's talk the money because, yeah, this promo, this story is going well. It's going well, and we can go further.
What's interesting to me is, like, this is the type of fodder that sometimes can actually impact a decision, right? Because maybe he wasn't thinking about that. Right? Like you said, maybe it's a coincidence. Yeah. And now there's an article that says, oh, you know, maybe he's questioning whether to resign if he doesn't get the title. And he's like, you know what? Shit, I do deserve that title. Maybe I should see what else is out there.
Write that in the contract.
Let me see what AEW is out here giving contracts with their 12 people in the attendance. Let me see what's happening with that.
We gonna get to that. Oh,
right now, Chad Gable, you're getting the most attention you've ever gotten in WWE. You should resign. You should definitely be back. Don't waste your opportunity. They finally focusing on you. Take full advantage. Full advantage. Grab it by the ankle.
The bag, Joker. Like, get your money.
This
is where you pull all the cards and all the strings, and this is where you're at the height of your popularity. Anything can change at any time. Somebody could think it's really funny for you to take a bunch of L's. Right. Pat Patterson could come rise from the dead and root for you, and everybody thinks it's hilarious.
Or something worse.
Or something.
You know what's
Something
crazy?
Completely worse.
That we
Somebody else can come in and take your popularity away from you.
We were talking about Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler, and the running joke on him taking those L's. And honestly, the joke is on us because he was still getting paid.
Yeah.
He still had a very nice contract.
Very nice.
He was killing in catering.
Nice career.
And practicing his comedy. Wow.
Ziggler's a Hall of Famer?
Yeah. I would say so. If Coco Beware's a Hall of Famer, then there's a Hall of Fame. I'm just saying.
I'm more concerned in the speed of him getting there than him actually.
Oh, yeah, not anytime soon.
I would rather it be sooner.
To be honest, not anytime soon. And I say that because also I do see Ziggler coming back.
Oh, okay.
I mean, think about this narrative being put out there now, this story, this speculation, this scenario. That's a story that writes itself.
Yeah. Nick
Nemeth coming back to claim what he was never able to claim, or to get the respect he deserved, a la Cody Rhodes. It's a very similar story when you think about it. Cody Rhodes left the E when he was Stardust.
Yeah, but these guys, Cody Rhodes, Nick Nemeth, Ziggler, whatever you want to call them, they don't really stand out. Like they don't talk about no dead fathers. And Christian Cage.
Wait! You said Cody Rhodes doesn't talk about his dead father?
Not in a negative way.
Oh, okay.
Not in a negative way.
I'm just saying, because damn. Finish your story. Like, damn. That was the one thing.
When there's a string,
they fucking yanked that string.
Yeah. Christian Cage has a response for those who made comments about his recent popularity, and there goes two birdies. He has never told anybody what he's going to say. Never had it clear with anyone. Never asked anyone. I just go out there and do it. It's one of those things, He says he has to stand out. You do have to stand out. Look, he stood out so much. He's doing it well. We talk great things about this terrible, terrible man. And I love him on the screen. I love the TV time he gets.
It's wild. Yo, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel bad for Nick Wayne, because that means he was the first victim of your father's death. and the shit is, his father is dead. So, like, he must have been, like, bewildered. Like, what the? And even his mom must have been like, what the? You know what I mean?
And listen, they're drinking the tea now, so they can't really say nothing.
Nah, it makes sense. It was a golden move. But once again, this is a move that a veteran would be allowed to do. And Christian Cage, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Jungle Boy can't cut that promo.
Jungle Boy got the biggest hit of that shit.
Can we just take a second?
Yo, listen.
Hold on.
Jungle Boy got smacked so hard by those comments, motherfucker grew a beard, bro.
Can we just take a second to appreciate just the genius?
Say that to ladies at ringside.
Listen, Tony. Listen, I was only giving Jungle Boy's mom the chance to apologize to me for giving birth to Jungle Boy, and she instead flipped me off. But here's the thing. Here's why I think she's really mad. I think she saw her knight in shining armor go off into the sunset. I think she was a little sweet on Christian Cage, if you know what I mean. I think she wanted me to be Jungle Boy's father.
Oh, wow.
And here's the thing, I know Jungle Boy, he looked at me like a father figure. He sure did. But here's the thing, Jungle Boy, I never wanted to be your father. I never wanted to be your father figure. You have a father, but your father's dead.
Don't get it twisted, baby. Don't get it twisted where the origin story came from.
I'm not laughing. You're laughing.
Your father's dead.
Yo, the compilation of the song.
Dead. That's all I'm hearing. That's all I see. Dead.
Oh my god.
Dead. Because your father's dead.
Genius. And you know what? Controversy does spike things. I mean, it's and honestly, that's why it got such a reaction too. Because if his counterparts never knew that was coming, they're reacting to that shit as weird as we are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
and kudos to them for keeping it professional, right? Because honestly, you're crossing boundaries there. Talk about boundaries. he drop kicked the shit out of those boundaries.
Yo.
But it worked. It worked, right? And you gotta be able to push the envelope. Unfortunately, Vince, Diddy, a whole bunch of people pushed the envelope too far. But I digress. Excellent Christian Cage. And look what he's doing now, man. He's still rocking over there.
He's rocking over there. Maybe too well, because I think. Well,
no. You're not gonna go that far. You're not gonna go that far.
Be your father figure. You have a father, but your father's dead. Dead. But your father's dead. Dead. But your father. Are you going to introduce me to your little friend, Nick Wayne? I understand that you have a father. Wardlow also had a father. Pillman, you had a father. Are you going to introduce me to your little friend, Nick Wayne? I understand that you have a father. Wardlow also had a father. Pillman, you had a father. But your father's dead. Dead.
And that's why we can't have nice things.
Not one.
That is
Not
why.
one.
You know who I would not want to be chilling with on Father's Day?
Christian. Christian Cage. Christian Cage.
Good Lord have mercy. Kudos, man. You gotta love it. You gotta love it for sure. Hopefully everybody's a good sport about it. And clearly they are, because it's over, right?
Yeah. Over
I mean,
like
listen.
Over.
Crazy as it sounds, that's still not as bad as Vince pushing Edge and Matt Hardy to run that leader angle off of from real life shit, right?
That was gold. That was gold.
That was a lot. I don't know if to that
I've seen
degree.
worse on Jerry Springer. That's fine.
Yeah, but that's real life. That's real life.
Speaking of real life, let's talk about some real ratings over at NXT.
Coño!
Because not for nothing, it wasn't until JP mentioned it, but I thought they did some damage over with Sexy Red on last week's episode.
And they did. They had 703,000 viewers with Sexy Red. And mind you, that show last week on NXT was popping. This is where you had the debut of Jordan Grace coming out challenging for the title. Ethan Page. Yeah. So like it was a show to be had on top of Sexy Red twerking and
Booker T's politicianing for his dance contest.
Petitioning, yes, for the twerk off. That's right, with Lola Vice. The man knows what he likes. The man knows what's right. And Lola Vice got thicker, thank God. But yo, it's crazy. It's crazy. What?
It is crazy.
But it's crazy that this week's I got lost. I had
JP always slick with the mouth, and if you slick with the mouth, you gotta check out the game that's not like other games. You gotta know. They say all games are created equal. But when you look at Smack Talk Showdown, you gotta check them out. Have you talked your Smack today? Smack Talk Showdown is the game of games for the King of Kings. If you are a wrestling fan, you gotta check out Smack Talk Showdown, bro. Just check it out. There is no other way to describe it. It's a blast to play. We got a bunch of copies and we're giving them out free. Hit us up on the DMs.
Some of my best times with this game is with people that don't even watch wrestling, yo.
They're
not even wrestling fans. They just jump in and they become better promos than me.
For sure.
But it's fun.
The bar is at the end of the day, it's a wonderful improv game that you can enjoy with everybody, right? Allows yourself to get out of your shoes and put yourself in another position.
Oh yeah, make Smack Talk Showdown your pop of the week.
And I will tell you this is what Shawn Michaels has done. He's put himself in another position because we talked about 703 last week. This week, 768.
768.
Crazy, bro.
It's crazy.
I think right now NXT once again is up to the moon.
To the moon. We can use that because nobody else
is a snack.
We can use that phrase. That catchphrase.
Little Kit Kat.
To the moon.
Little Kit Kat. Yeah, but anywho.
Why are you the way that you are?
Because I am.
No nice things, bro.
No nice things. You know who has nice things?
But hold on, because NXT is really in an interesting situation.
Talk to me.
All right. I've been high on Ethan Pace for a long time.
You been what?
You heard. That's the truth. Ethan Page has been a G for a minute, and
Right.
I feel like it's been a mistake to put him with mouthpieces. He is a mouthpiece. Is he MJ? Like, is he the top of the game? Yo, he needs more reps, but he's one of the top guys. Stop playing. So
give him a cell phone.
We saw that in the one promo he was able to really do, right? We got Jordan Grace, right? The Forbidden Door, or what she called the Prohibited Portal, because I believe Forbidden Door is trademark right now. So the Prohibited Portal is her.
That's another name to call it.
NXTNA.
Ketchum. But no, Jordan Grace being, it's exciting. I'm telling you, it brought excitement. So much so that I don't know if you guys saw this week. Moose hit up Jordan Grace like, "Yo, what's good?"
He got mad.
Put me on. He said, "Put me on. Why don't you tell me?" She like, "I didn't tell you because nobody was supposed to know." And if I told you,
and you got a big mouth.
You got a big mouth.
And you know what he said? He's like, "You right.
You right."
But he also said, "Tell Sean to holler at me." I'm trying to come through.
Yo, cause moves his ass and he could use it. But the point is,
Trick Daddy.
You know, Trick Daddy's for the kids. Trick Daddy's for the kids.
Take it to the house. Trick Williams and Moose though. My daddy, yo.
Trick Williams and Moose, yeah.
Slip and slide, take it to the house. Somebody got that fire.
Yo,
Slip and slide.
In the 2024 year of Christ, we get a Trick Daddy reference.
You see, Trick Daddy may look like a raisin.
Man,
man.
But NXT is doing some really cool shit. Is what I'm trying to get at, right? Sexy Red, not my cup of tea. Like, but she's popular,
But she
and I
drinks
think
tea.
that
Popular.
those pieces are really important. And
Sexy Red
NXT is a really great space to do those things.
Yes.
Meltzer talked about how incredibly young NXT skews, both in viewership and in talent. So, with all that being said, I think NXT right now is red hot.
And we would be remiss not to mention the fact that NXT is red hot when they're reloading, because they just lost a lot of talent in the draft to Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah, they kind of.
And we're still talking about highest viewerships.
But okay, so as there is a void of potential star power, they brought in the Sexy Reds, the Ethan Page, and the Jordan Grace, right, to kind of level that out a little bit.
But Sean's been eyeing Jordan since the Rumble.
Yeah. But what I'm trying to get at, right, is where they back themselves into a corner.
Ooh.
So Ethan Page, no, get your head out the gutter. All right, Ethan Page comes in, all right, and he goes straight at Trick Williams. What if he wins? What if he loses? Who wins and who loses? Ethan Page wins. Then what does that do for Trick Williams? Well, Trick Daddy. Trick Williams.
Well, I'll tell you this much right now.
NXT Championship is what you're talking about, right?
That's right.
One thing that I noticed upon this week's promo in particular with Ethan Page is that he showed his savvy, the fact that he's a savvy veteran. I mean, the first thing he did when Trick Williams came out was throw the table out the ring. And he was like, none of us getting through a table tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like he just knew how to manage the situation. And I believe that there's a potential for potentially him giving Trick Williams probably one of his best matches when it comes to promos and in-ring match. As far as legitimacy, because he's going to be probably the biggest person he's gone up against besides Carmelo Hayes at this point, no? Or Dragunov, of course, has legitimacy.
Dragunov for sure.
But I think it's going to be an interesting example. But I see what you're saying. I don't think Ethan Page taking that L hurts him. He's still going to talk his shit, right? He's still going to put himself in position. He still has that contract he signed. That was interesting. Contract with a championship.
It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose.
Lose-lose.
Ethan Page wins, and I feel like it hurts Trick Williams too much.
Oh, for sure.
Because
Okay.
this is a new run
The ripple
for
effect
him. Like Trick Williams is just establishing himself,
Yeah, for sure.
right? The only way I think that we can salvage that is maybe with a dusty finish with like Lash Legend or something. I don't know, some bullshit.
Yo,
right?
why they have to break up, bro?
I'd argue that
And that's why, like, they broke up, his mental state and la, and then like it's still like weak. Ethan Page loses, then why was this interesting in the first place?
Right.
Right, like yo, oh shit, we got mad hype for this new kid. Oh, he gonna take that L.
I mean, it could be a situation where, like, because of what Ethan Page did to Lash Legend's crew, right? That they try to interfere and disqualify the match. That could be a situation that occurs as well, because they still got heat with Ethan Page. So I don't think Trick Williams loses. I mean, but once again, I don't think, as long as they book it in a way where it doesn't hurt both wrestlers. That's what it comes down to.
That's
my point. But that's my point, is that it inherently hurts both wrestlers. It is damaging, I think, to both wrestlers. I don't think anybody really wins here. Why?
I think Ethan could take advantage of having the belt, though. I think, if anything, he has not more right to the belt, but I think since he's fresh in and people need to see more eyes on him now, if that's what they're going with him, he's gonna need a belt for that. He'll probably need it more than Trick does, because now that Trick is over, we got his chance going over. He don't really need much of a belt. He got there already.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think that Trick could very much benefit from having a run with the belt, and like let's give him a.
It's very early to take it off of him. Very early.
I don't think you have Trick drop the belt. Not with the pull he has right now. Not with the crowd. It's a standing ovation every time he comes out.
I agree.
But I feel like at the end of the day, it doesn't hurt, because we're still talking about two guys in the main event picture. And being in the main event picture never hurts, as long as the match goes well. Now, if this was Raw or SmackDown, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But we're talking about NXT. What you know about NXT is that they put on matches.
But we traded one pay-per-view for what could have been something else, of a longer, more developed, more fruitful relationship, right? Okay. Trick Williams and Ethan Page, after this match, one I feel like will be more damaged than the other. So that is not like, yes, you can lose in a fashion in which it preserves your whatever. Like both wrestlers come out there looking good. Ethan Page wins. I feel like Trick Williams gets hurt, because he's hot right now. You don't want to take that away. Ethan Page loses. Damn, then what was the hype all about? So right now, like, just having Ethan Page come in and face the title puts you in a position where somebody's got to eat shit.
Yo,
it's a tough situation. I see they're backed in the corner. I see what you're saying with that. They're definitely backed into like a tough decision.
Yo, question for y'all. What if we just talked about this particular match and what could potentially happen as far as the damage for both those wrestlers? But what if Ethan Page has some help? I mean, we just talked about Moose trying to come over, right? What if this starts to become kind of like an invasion?
I would love it. I would love it. And I'm one of the rarest people that enjoyed the Alliance invasion. I'll tell you right now, me and PCF still revert back to that time, and it was done so, it was so watered down. It could have been better. Yeah. It had so much potential, but I still liked what was there, and I still like the idea. I would have been upset if they never did anything of that angle after buying WCW. Like,
right.
They didn't buy TNA. TNA's still actively running.
Right.
For them to do an invasion angle now,
W. Right.
W. Not even AEW really got an invasion angle off, and they not that they need it, because they got working relationship with NJW and they got matches already cross promotion. But WWE can definitely use an angle like that right now.
For sure. I mean, it's an excellent opportunity, but either way, I personally, I hear you, Mischief. I hear you as far as the potential L being damaging to the push. But remember, every champion has a rematch clause, right?
Becky Lynch
Remember,
does.
huh?
Becky Lynch does.
Right. So it could be a possibility, like if the Trick gets screwed over, he'll get that rematch, right? Like, but either way, the fact that Ethan Page is being brought up, the fact that he's going straight to the main event picture, it tells you about how they want to push him, and it tells you where they see him, which I think for Ethan Page has to feel good. Has to feel real good. Let me ask you a question. How'd y'all feel about Ava and how she handled that situation?
I think she's doing scriptedly well.
She's doing a very good job. I think that she is just out of the way, which is it's not good in that like she doesn't stand out, but I think that's what makes it good is that like she doesn't have to. I think that right now the segments carry themselves. Like we don't need a lot of the GM being flashy and being a personality, but it also makes her replaceable. I don't know. I kind of feel both ways. Like if you don't stand out, you're easily replaceable. But if you do stand out, you detriment the segment.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Too much of a gimmick. Like
balance.
So she gives balance, and right now she's doing a good job. She's got to do more elsewhere for it to really stand out a little bit more. Like there was a second of Ethan Page with the car in the parking lot, and I thought that gave her a little bit. But if we're talking about like the in-ring segments, I thought she handled that well.
Yeah, I mean she's getting better. She's definitely taking chances. I mean, I would say she's about a B
plus player,
B-list movie actress right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Tubi, right? It's close. Because it's not great, but like you said, it's scripted, right? It's scripted. It's supposed to be almost satirical, right?
Yeah.
So it does work. It does work. I am proud of the fact that she's running with it, because not for nothing, she's kind of getting respect. She's getting respect.
Ava the Tubi GM.
I said it's not Tubi.
It's not Tubi.
It might be Brutal TV.
That shit is below Tubi.
Above Tubi. Is not
bro, Tubi, like, let's be respectful.
I was like,
wildin', bro. Tubi kill kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro.
I heard they got some conspiracy theorists over there on Tubi.
Yeah, no, but Ava, shout outs to her finding a little spot. It's working, and especially considering that this is where NXT is at its highest. Says a lot. Says a lot, sir.
Says a lot. Is right. Moving it on to the HPC of the week. Just finishing it up real quick. I want to start off with a big pop of the week. Hiroshi Tanahashi dropped the 10 commandments of NJPW this week.
The 10 grab commandments.
10 rep commandments. The 10 rep wrestling commandments, I guess. A lot of good things here, man, going forward.
Never get high on your own supply.
Yeah, talent discovery development, elevating of talent of title belts, reducing outside interference, increasing the prominence and status of NJPW. One thing I wanted to shed light on here is that they do have a partnership with Stardom that's going to be strengthened throughout this. It's one of the commandments, the fifth one. At the end of June, they will be owned by NJPW. So look for a lot of crossover events, a lot of NJPW Stardom events. Funny enough, they're going to strengthen ties with AEW as well. But they want to improve on live experiences. Check this out. Different pricing and tiers, but also female-only seating sections. What's up with that? How y'all feel about that?
What's up with that?
What's up with that? Tanahashi? But yes.
You saying the seating preferences?
Female-only seating sections.
So
as well as special food menus and considered number of people in the box.
They got Jimmy's?
The female section is going to be caged off, and then around it they're going to be giving out deodorant. That may help relieve the perception. Yo, it's crazy when wrestling fans are so creepy that a whole wrestling promotion is like, yo, what if we just do some all girls stuff? Like AEW did it with AEW heels, but that's different. Like that's a different space. But they created the space for women because wrestling fans are creeps.
Right.
And now like a whole promotion's like, nah, we're just gonna sit the girl somewhere else because like dudes
But you know what's interesting?
are creepy.
You know what's interesting about that is that when you talk about NJPW and the Japanese crowd, it's very different to what we're used to. It's very different to what we saw in France. Very different from what we see here in the US. They respect the in-ring work. They respect what's going on. It's not no hooting and hollering, right? So it's interesting that the professional seating. I wonder what's the rationale behind it.
Maybe it's something that we would have to go and be there live to understand too. It's probably something.
Chat, if you know what it is, let us know. Yeah. Why is this happening? Is it sexism, or is it just ticket prices?
Sexism,
or is it the ordering based?
Well, I think it's more deodorant based than anything.
It's wrestling fans not knowing how to talk to people, bro. Yo, don't forget Kat Dennings. This a fantastic, beautiful actress, right? Two broke girls. If you haven't seen her, real satirical, real funny. She tweeted one time about WWE and like wrestling fans bombarded her to the point where she's like, "Yo, fuck that."
Yeah,
like,
that's crazy, man.
Like, y'all have no decorum, no game, no swag, no riz, no nothing. Like Dom Mysterio is.
He's not at shows with all of y'all right now.
But y'all have never spoken to a person of the opposite sex, and that is abundantly evident by the way that like remotely positive female interaction is a mystery to you. Like that shit is crazy. Where to a point that a whole wrestling organization needs to be like, maybe you can't sit here no more. maybe we take our wives and daughters and girlfriends and sit them somewhere else.
Wow.
Because y'all can't.
So let me ask you a question. You're saying out here wrestling fans, you counting yourself in that, or? I know that's not me. I'm just saying.
I'm saying that wrestling fans got to stop making wrestling fans look bad.
Yeah, that part.
And so wrestling fans gonna take it on the chin no matter what. Like it's everybody. Wow. Like everybody's gonna look bad.
Pop of the week.
My pop of the week was Liv Morgan pushing Dom Mysterio to that turnbuckle.
Oh man,
and doing some things.
That poor turnbuckle.
When she touches little mullet in the back. I
like the meme we created on our IG with Bluma and shit. Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, you like that. Yeah. Definitely pop of the week. Listen, during the pandemic, after the pandemic, Liv Morgan was a champion. I was like, really? I mean, fan of Liv Morgan, New Jersey's own. But right now, with this you see her in a different light.
This is
you know what I'm saying? And it could be because mommy isn't there. But all I'm saying right now, there's even more motive for mommy. And it makes that feud enticing right now.
I got
because
the chair
shot. Is always a possibility, baby.
I got the chair shot of 2024.
Hold on. Can we do a little bit baby face of the week?
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout
baby
out
face of the week.
To the baby face of the week, man. WCW, the death of WCW. WCW. It's coming out on Vice, right? And executive produced by Dwayne Johnson, and we knew we were going to get a version of the story. So they're talking WCW. And Bret Hart is that dude. Bret Hart has gotten to the point where fuck it is just in his system. It's in his blood. He is fuck it. And he gonna tell it like it is. He is the drunk uncle drinking a half a cup of Hennessy in the corner of the cookout, talking about, I'm just gonna talk the truth. Fuck Goldberg, fuck Eric Bischoff, and fuck you too. Yo, he out here. Thanks. If he had to say a eulogy for WCW, he'd say thanks for nothing. Go fuck yourself. That is his. Those are his words, not mine.
Yo, if you've ever met somebody that has trust issues, bro, it's gotta be Bret Hart, bro. Because Montreal Screwjob, and they go to WCW and that shit happens, bro. You can't trust nobody.
He said what everybody thinking.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate that he don't give a shit. He also said Hulk Hogan was basically the puppet master to Eric Bischoff, and Eric Bischoff was just a prop. That's what killed WCW. I saved an hour. That
Blaming Ted Turner then? What's going on?
oh, he like. All right, maybe you could read it so you could understand.
I understand
But
it.
you clearly didn't understand when I said it out loud.
Well, you're saying
He blamed Eric Bischoff.
He's a prop though.
He's the prop. He's the prop of Hogan, is what he was trying to say.
Puppeteer?
He said, he called, the whole fucking quote was on the screen.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan was basically the puppet master to Eric Bischoff, and Eric Bischoff was the prop. That is what killed WCW. And then you proceed to ask if he said Turner was the person that killed WCW. Yo, reading comprehension is at an all-time low, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm clearly y'all watched it, right? Y'all saw the first episode?
I blame Eric Bischoff.
Have y'all seen the first episode yet or not?
Nah, I didn't catch it yet.
Nah. So the
On my
beginning of
DVD.
it, when you watch it, let me know. There's a guy that blames the talent. I just want to know if he actually works for the broadcast. If I watch the rest
Vince
of it.
Russo?
No, it was some exec or whatever. Because they all blame each other. In the beginning, it opens up on somebody says that blames Vince Russo, and then Vince Russo blames Kevin Nash, and then Kevin Nash blames Bischoff, and then they blame Ted Turner, and then when they blame the company, somebody from the company says the talent did it, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, okay, this is how this is gonna go. Okay.
Does Jim Cornette come out?
Not yet, but I didn't watch enough, so maybe.
You know what? Speaking of not coming out, we gotta shoot out a chair shot out here.
The chair shot of 2024.
I think this is a big one. You know, Young Bucks just released the sneaker of all sneakers, right? The Pump It Ups, the Super Kick Parties, right? And they sold out. They made 3,000 units. They sold out.
I'm proud of my unit.
Instantly.
I'm proud of
I'm proud
of my unit.
Low key, yo.
You don't have not one kookaroo.
Not one kookaroo.
No, not one kookaroo.
Oh man, he who shall not be named. But you will also not have one pair of Jordans, Sir Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, Air Jordan 12 Bloodlines have been canceled. That is a sad development.
Terrible.
For what could have been a very fun crossover space.
I mean, I give you my money, you didn't take it.
Young Bucks showed that they could be successful. I think people were excited about this. I think that when we talk pop culture, right? Like a Reebok shoe is cool, but they ain't shit like a Jordan.
Right.
Jays are their own culture.
Come
on, man. Their own part of the culture. Like that would have been a crazy crossover mashup. And Roman Reigns, I think, is the dude to do it in a way that's not cheesy, not corny.
That was it.
You know,
that was definitely it.
Cool. Like where it would be cool, it would be Roman. And it's a shame that we got those Jordan bloodlines canceled.
My question is like,
I blame Eric Bischoff.
Is what I attempt to think is, does this mean like does this mean what it means? Like, is the bloodline a rap?
No.
Did they see the direction that it's going in, and they're like, nah, we're not following this anymore?
I expect it to be something with the Jordan brand and some kind of like timing issue, and maybe they re-release it some other time. We're gonna get a postponement here, because Jordan's not gonna throw away this money. This is money.
So essentially they're saying if we were to put that out right now, we don't have the engine behind it, which is Roman Reigns, to push it to where it's full potential.
That could be it too. He's not in right now too, so who knows? Maybe that's a thing too.
Either way, what it's saying is that Solo as the main person in Bloodline is not working out.
I don't know if that's the case. I think that he's doing a good job. Like Solo, this is a different bloodline. This is a different flavor. Yeah. Pepsi Blue is not Pepsi. Also, very important to know.
We're drinking
Pepsi. Water. Pepsi has forever been the number 2, the Coke's number 1.
Oh yeah.
Except that it's not anymore. Dr. Pepper has overtaken Pepsi is the number 2.
Get the fuck out of here. For real?
And it reminds you that all empires can crumble.
That's crazy.
Right? So no matter
doesn't Pepsi own Dr. Pepper?
You tell me.
Maybe.
Maybe. You throwing that shit out there? You look it up. But
Oh no, Dr. Pepper's owned by Coca-Cola.
Woo, so Coca was the top 2 spot.
Wait.
Number 1 and 2.
They say, what you got? 1 and 2?
Coke just bought out AEWs, what you say?
No, actually, wait. So Keurig bought Dr. Pepper.
Keurig?
Yeah.
The fucking coffee? That's crazy.
The Dr. Pepper brand is under the parent company of Keurig.
That's dope.
He said that's dope.
That's
So
actually
Keurig out here. Yo, shout out to did y'all notice MJF was, his promo? Did you see who he was channeling? Do you see whose wardrobe he tapped into?
Wolverines.
Triple H. That was the same outfit Triple H came out after injury.
Why would
Same
you say
outfit.
Wolverine?
Because he looked like Logan.
The hair. I can see what you're saying about that. It's like he missed the blowout and he's just, he's out here. I got you.
Yeah, but
How you going with that?
Definitely Hunter vibes. 190 vibes at Madison Square Garden.
What a promo this week.
Yeah.
You liked it?
It's good.
So you said something.
Wasn't his best.
Okay, I like that you said that because you said something on Twitter that they was raving at being the best. I didn't see it stand out is the difference because I saw him do what he needed to do. And what he needed to do is come out and acknowledge that he's MJF. And okay, who are the people that were... Let me acknowledge the people that were killing it while I was gone. But let me remind them, mofo, that I'm MJF and I can still talk about these guys. And then he did all that. He did all the talking. He bigged up all the guys that are killing it right now. And still, he gets interrupted by who? A newbie. Not a newbie or Roosh. A newbie to TV time, right? Because he doesn't get that much burn on TV. And now you're giving Roosh the rub. So I love that. I loved how he's getting that rub off of him right now.
It just felt so random, but
it did. But I think this is how they capitalize on that. And this is how they start to create stars anyway, somehow. Does it work? Maybe, maybe not.
I think
I love how they just can't. They got Roosh out of nowhere.
How do you feel about him going after Roosh's accent?
That shit was he needed to. He did everything he needed to. I think it was going somewhere, but then. I was taking Roosh seriously on his promo, as everybody should have.
Right.
But then,
immediately once he said that,
once MJF said I couldn't hear you, and fully destroy that with that comeback. I mean, it was meant to be, and I think this was MJF of him. He needed to do that.
It makes me wonder actually if there was supposed to be more to it, because I feel like after that happened and the crowd said we didn't understand you, Roosh kind of charged the fucking ring, right?
Okay.
So I wonder if there was more
to the promo
it.
there.
But there was nothing more. Like what more is there?
Well, if they can't understand you, there's definitely not more, right?
That's it. After that, that's it. You're done.
You're done.
You're done, son.
All I know is Roosh is going to be careful because Christian Cage is still in the locker room. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He has an accent. Not that he's missing
father?
a dad. All right, that's not the case. That's not the problem. Is that he's fatherless? The problem is that he is hard to understand. But I understood him.
I think it's gotten better, to be honest.
I didn't think it was a problem until MJF just shot on it.
Right,
and that's part of. So MJF simultaneously shit on him, and then built him up.
He built him up at the end. Yeah,
and that's what you should do. I think that was brilliant.
He did a very nice job with that, by the way.
Yeah.
He was like, well, I didn't capture that. The trucks, what? Yeah, we don't give a shit. That's really the truth. So, with a little bit of rock.
Yeah. He hit him with
it doesn't matter what your name is.
He hit him
with gives him shit. Something like that.
A little bit of building him up and reminding people that he really is a threat. And creating the moment for Roosh. I think that this is a positive thing for Roosh, but nobody, don't get it twisted. Roosh ain't losing. Roosh ain't winning this ultimate confrontation.
Yeah, no, this is not for a victory. This is for exposure.
This is a match.
You will win, Roosh. You will win experience.
You'll get these experience points, but you'll get also the Pat Patterson rib.
Wow.
Chair
Yo,
shot. Last shot. No,
well,
not last chair shot. Drew McIntyre for giving us the finish at Clash of the Champions, Clash of the Castle, by telling CM Punk to not interfere in the match, or he will probably get jumped in real life in Scotland. I feel that he gave us the win already. He gave us the finish. How does this not end with him not winning the title and Priest continuing then?
I don't know.
You know, Damian Priest hasn't really done a whole lot. I'm not.
It's been weak.
Yeah,
But I think also they're trying to separate him from Judgment Day too,
that's coming.
and that hasn't come to fruition. I think once that comes to fruition, maybe we can concentrate on just a singles run on for him. Because I don't feel like they're dominant either with him as champion either. They still don't.
Well, like you said, he hasn't had the opportunity to really show it yet, right?
Yeah.
You know, how many matches has he had defending the title yet?
Right.
He's had one, maybe.
This is gonna be the biggest one right now.
So you gotta give him a little bit.
Yo, what if
Pop, yo,
Liv,
Big
what if
Pop.
Liv helps Judgment Day, and she becomes part of the Judgment Day, and then she takes Rhea's faction. She took Rhea's man. She takes Rhea's belt. She takes Rhea's faction. Rhea's like,
I can see that. I can see her being the cause of the break. Yep. This is
wow.
This
Interesting.
is why Liv's batting 1,000 right now. Liv's
I got a really big chair shot. Oh, you got a pop? Go ahead.
Yeah, yo, Pop to Battleground coming live this weekend out of the UFC Apex, bro. That's big, especially considering that you have a match between Lola Vice and Shayna Baszler on Underground, a Battleground underground match. Two MMA fighters going at it.
It is
great.
right there.
And two women that have worked together because they were tag team partners at one point. Like, I'm excited for that. And this card as a whole, man, it's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun show for sure.
I'm mad at it. Check it out. UFC Las Vegas, the Apex.
Remember, this is a little
PLE.
taste of WrestleMania too.
Is it what?
A little taste.
Oh yeah, for Mania weekend and stuff. Yeah.
Little taste.
Little
Just a
taste.
little taste.
And that's the.
Wait. I got one more chair shot.
Oh, you got a little more taste.
I got one more taste for your ass, and that's this ugly piece of what right here.
How could we not leave without showing this?
WWE showing this ugly piece of crap. They're selling Stanley Cup Championship champion.
This is what we're doing.
Belts. This is the ugliest shit I've ever seen. Those WWE NFL belts were ugly as sin. But God, I was like, yo, they can't do worse than that, right? I saw the Yankee one. The Yankee one was actually a little bit better.
Terrible.
This Stanley Cup shit is ugly.
You getting that Jets one though?
Nah, that shit was ugly too.
It's giving me Gold Ranger vibes.
Gold Ranger. Yes.
You know,
And unfortunately, that shit looks like a pawn or a rook instead of a Stanley Cup. That's the problem for me. It doesn't look like a Stanley Cup to me.
Checkmate, motherfucker. That shit ugly.
Right.
They checkmated themselves. We about to checkmate our asses on out of here. I appreciate all y'all that pulled up. All the views. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook. Everywhere you get your podcast fix. I appreciate y'all. We gonna show y'all the way out. Tell y'all what to do on the way. No, don't forget. Sub and like our comments. Retweet all that good jazz. And we'll catch y'all on the next one, fellas. Appreciate y'all. 10 count till 10 toe.
Subscribe and like, hit that button right now. All right, follow us on Twitch, SoundCloud, iTunes, your mother's.
I heard that Heels, Pops, and Chair Shots has their 300th episode and they're celebrating. So I decided that I want to be the first.
It's a direction you can